Now, here's the way it's going to work tonight. The moderator will be asking questions that have been submitted by WHAS TV viewers and by the folks here in the room. So I will ask the first question. It'll go to Jack Conway, and my suspicion is you might use some of your time to answer Mr. Paul. Mr. Conway, are you in favor or opposed to the Supreme Court decision that allows unlimited corporate dollars in the election process, and why do you hold that position? Goes to you first, 60 seconds. Dr. Paul, you will have 60 seconds as well.
First of all, I'm opposed to that decision, but I do have to answer the charges that Rand Paul made in his opening statement. You know, Mark, values matter. And I think Rand Paul has two questions to answer here tonight. You know, the president of Baylor University, before he went to college there, banned a group. He banned them because they, quote unquote, were making fun of Christianity and Christ. Why did he freely join a group known for mocking or making fun of people of faith? And secondly, when is it ever a good idea to tie up a woman and ask her to kneel before a false idol, your God that you call Aqua Buddha? Those are two fundamental questions I hope we get answered here tonight. Now, to your question, I oppose it because at Citizens United, if we don't do something about it in the United States Senate, your politicians are going to start looking like NASCARs. I mean, there's a bunch of special interest money, undisclosed, coming in here attacking me right now. I think we need to look at this issue of how does a corporation speak and make certain that the corporate special interests don't start buying off their politicians.
Dr. Paul, 60 seconds. Favor or oppose the Supreme Court ruling?
I favor the ruling. You know, Jack, you know how do we tell when you're lying? It's when your lips are moving, okay? You're accusing me of crimes. Do you know nothing about the process? You're going to stand over there and accuse me of a crime for 30 years ago from some anonymous source? How ridiculous are you? You embarrass this race. You are going to accuse me of a crime from 30 years ago? You really have no shame, have you? Do you want to discuss the issues of the day? The issues of the day. Discuss your support for Obamacare. But let's not let this degenerate into calling me names and accusing me of crimes from 30 years ago from anonymous sources. I mean, really, have you no shame?
Give you 15 seconds to respond, Mr. Conway, and I'm going to give you 15 seconds more, Mr. Paul.
He still hasn't answered the two fundamental questions. Why did he join a group that was known for mocking Christianity and Christ? Why did he join it? It's apparent from Mr. Green in today's paper that he joined it, that they reveled in sacrilege. and values matter. And when is it ever appropriate to tie up a woman and ask her to kneel before a false god that you called Aqua Buddha?
Okay, that's time. 15 seconds. Go ahead, Mr. Paul. Dr. Paul.
How do you respond to a guy who's going to quote somebody anonymously from 30 years ago that's untrue? You just out and out lie because you have nothing to stand on. Run a race as a man. Stand up and be a man instead of just calling me names.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on. Joe Arnold.